She loves the work of Congress. And that, is apparent the moment you start talking to her.
She comes in with all the right values, all the right principles, and completely committed to her constituents and to this country.
She's very serious and determined to make what she needs to happen.
She's not in it for herself. Obviously, she could have a much easier life doing something else, but she cares about the future.
She thinks we're all put on this planet to help each other and to love each other and reflect that to each other. I think that's that is a faith that she was raised with.
I was born and raised in Connecticut. I came to California still at a young age, at 18 years old. But we had a home on Long Island Sound, and everything there was just pristine and magnificent. Long Island Sound, I mean, we water skied, we swam all summer, we were in relay races, we were bitten by mosquitoes. But my father always emphasized that all of this was a gift and it was up to us to take care of it. I had a great mentor in Leo McCarthy. He said, Anna, I think you belong in elective office, so you need to leave this office and go home and run. And that was really kind of a shock to me. I didn't see that in myself, but he did. And so I followed his advice and ran for the Board of Supervisors in 1982. I loved that job. I loved it. After the County Board of Supervisors, I was elected to the Congress in 1992.
Anna Eshoo's most important environmental accomplishments include helping protect the north coast of Santa Cruz and San Mateo counties.
The development of renewable energy.
The electrification of Caltrain.
Bear Island.
Work to expand access to electric vehicles.
The Wildlife Refuge.
Rancho Corral de Tierra.
The Cotoni Coast Areas National Monument.
And especially her work to put a price on carbon.
She can retire and hold her head up and be very, very proud of everything that she's done.
I roamed around the room and I was very struck by this framed piece of handwriting up here.
I think is it my handwriting? Bipartisanship is finding common ground and shared beliefs. It is a never-ending process, but one that can reap the greatest rewards.
Congresswoman Eshoo actually confronts issues and goes to the heart of them, where the person on the other side finds themselves yielding and then dropping their guard and having a real conversation.
I've seen her negotiate with people, her colleagues, who have completely opposite values from her, and even in those spaces, find ways to compromise and ensure that her values are and her policies are put forward.
Anna is someone who can help bring people together by laying out common ideas.
I think that facts are always very important. Be very well prepared when you're going into a meeting because you want to bring people to you. You don't want to push them away from you. I don't think you can ever tell someone they're wrong about how they feel. You can debate how they think. So be respectful. Be respectful, even though you don't agree with someone. Now, I have to remind myself to be a big girl because sometimes you're really tempted to say, oh, God, what is wrong with you? But you can think it.
So you're telling me you get to think some things that you try not to say.
Oh, sure. I'm just as human as the next person.
When Anna first ran for the Board of Supervisors, I supported her opponent. So I was very nervous about trying to talk with her about an issue that came up at the Board of Supervisors. I decided that I would ask another influential Democrat to intercede. He told her that I had asked him to ask her, and I was mortified. But Anna called me up immediately and said, "My door is always open to you. You don't ever need to have somebody else speak on your behalf."
When I was in 7th grade, I organized a protest, a march to downtown Palo Alto. We walked down here and we were welcomed, and we proceeded to have a really dynamic, engaging conversation with her. She treated us as though we were equals and that our opinions as young people were truly valued.
I'm a firm believer that you really can't represent people well unless you're with them.
The mayor said, "I'll call her." And so pulled out a cell phone, did her thing on the cell phone, and said, "Hello, Anna." The mayor said, "Oh, where are you?" He said, "Well, I'm in Washington." Well, this is like 9:30 at night in Washington. Anna said, "I'll be there the next day." And she was. She had to have taken the red eye to get there.
And I got to tell you, every airplane flight that I took, 5.5 hours from San Francisco into Dulles, inevitably there was Anna Eshoo.
What I didn't realize when I first went to Congress, I really thought the Congress was a proactive institution, but it's not. It's reactive. It's the advocates from across the country that push on the Congress. Congress will react to that.
What people need to realize is getting a bill signed into law in Congress is very difficult. Yet Anna has numerous bills.
Most of my tenure in the Congress, 32 years, the majority of that time, I've served in the minority, not in the majority.
And how do you get things done when you're in the minority? You have to know how to horse trade a bit and support people for their thing in order to get your thing.
You'd rather get 80% of something than 100% of nothing.
To have close to 70 bills that have been signed into law by 5 presidents, I'm pretty damn proud of that.
When I very first met Congresswoman Eshoo, I could tell immediately that she was a strong, powerful leader.
Tough, absolutely tough. Anna Eshoo is a badass.
Well, I am tough, hopefully in a way that carries me through the task.
She can dig deep and draw upon reserves in tough times, and she always seems to have an optimism even in the toughest times.
I was intimidated when I met her. I'm still intimidated today, but I also have a deep love and affection.
Once you get past the fear of Anna Eshoo, you find a wonderful human being.
Anna is someone who is reliable, she's trustworthy, she's honest, and that's a rare and important quality in someone in the legislative body, but also just in life.
She's just authentic, and she's a joy to be around.
She was a type of person, a type of Congress member that people can feel free to go to and to get her advice.
She showed me how you have to be willing to push bureaucracies, take political risks, try to push to do right things, do right by your constituents in order to make change. Anna Eshoo made me a better public servant.
I get to, I guess, profess my undying love for Anna Eshoo.
She's probably my best friend in the House of Representatives.
I love her. I'm really gonna miss her.
I'm in awe of the Sierra Club, and it's humbling to me to be honored by them. And I think that Mom and Dad would be especially proud. They would say, that one really counts. That one really counts.